chapter which we have discussed in the previous video, chapter number 13, the power of ahimsa. So all of you please open your value education books, page number 66, and follow what I will be reading and what I will be explaining, because I will be reading and explaining from the book. So here I go. Mahatma Gandhi. So first we'll read about Mahatma Gandhi, okay? Father of the nation, Mahatma and Bapu, all these titles spell the greatness of a person named Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi. Mahatma Gandhi was born on October 2, 1869 at Porbandar, Gujarat. His parents were Karamchand Gandhi and Putlibai. All through his life, Gandhiji believed in ahimsa, that is non-violence, and satya, that is truth. So first we'll discuss about Mahatma Gandhi. You know who is Mahatma Gandhi? We all know that he is the father of our nation, and we also call him Bapu. So these are the titles which are given to him because he was so great. He was a great human being, and his full name was Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi. So you know where was Mahatma Gandhi born? Mahatma Gandhi was born in Gujarat, at Porbandar in Gujarat, and he was born on 2nd October 1869. That is given here, and his parents' names are also given. His father name was Karamchand Gandhi and mother's name was Putlibai. So all through his life, what did Gandhiji believe? Gandhiji always believed that why to fight with Britishers. That is why he has followed this path of truth and non-violence. He followed this truthful path and path of non-violence, because he didn't believe in violence. He believed in non-violence. So now we see what happens. What is given in the second paragraph. In his early childhood, Gandhiji studied at Rajkot in 1888 after high school. He went to England, there he became a barrister. He came back to India and started his career as a lawyer in Bombay. In 1893, he went to South Africa. There he bravely stood up for the benefit of his fellow Indians. In the year 1900, there he bravely stood up for the benefit of his fellow Indians. In the year 1950, he came back to India and led the freedom struggle against the British. He devoted himself towards the cause of the nation. So in this paragraph, we see that in his early childhood, means when he was small, Gandhiji, when he was in his young days, Gandhiji studied at Rajkot. So he studied at Rajkot. In 1888, he after his high school, where did he go? He went to England for his higher studies. And then he became a barrister. Yes, he pursued this law thing. So he became a barrister, and he came back to India and started his career as a lawyer in Bombay. Yes, when he came back to India, he went to Mumbai and he wanted to pursue this lawyer thing, and then he became a lawyer there. In 1893, he went to South Africa. Then again, when he came back from England, again he went to Mumbai, and then again he went to then he became a lawyer, and then he went to South Africa. There he bravely stood up for the benefit of his fellow Indians. There, yes, when he went to South Africa, he stood up for his fellow mates. Fellow mates means the Indians who are staying in South Africa. He stood for their rights. Gandhiji stood for their rights in South Africa for his friends there. In the year 1915, again he came back. Now again he came back in 1915, and then he led the freedom struggle. Freedom struggle because he wanted that Indians should get freedom from Britishers, because you know earlier Britishers were ruling India, right? So Gandhiji wanted freedom from British rule. So he followed this freedom struggle. He wanted to free India from the British rule. He devoted himself towards the cause of the nation. Now when he came back from South Africa, he now finally devoted himself. He wanted to free India from the rule of the Britishers. So he did that. He did his work. Gandhiji started the non-cooperation movement in 1902. He asked people to follow peaceful means to protest against the British. But when people became violent at certain places like Chauri Chaura, Gandhiji strongly opposed them. So what happened now? Gandhiji wanted that India should get freedom from Britishers. So what he did, he followed this movement, the non-cooperation movement, because he wanted to make India free from the British rule. So he had adopted this movement. He had followed this new movement in 1920. So in this movement, he wanted his people to follow the peaceful means to protest. Peaceful means he didn't want any violence. He just wanted to follow this movement peacefully against the Britishers, so that Britishers leave the country and go, leave our country India and go. But some people, they still did not listen to Gandhiji, and they adopted violence. They adopted violence movement. So what they did, like what the incident happened in Chauri Chaura incident happened, and Gandhiji strongly opposed them because then people were fighting and killing each other. So Gandhiji did not like it, and Gandhiji opposed them. Means he said that no, we will only follow peaceful means. We will not follow any violence. Now we will see what happens in the next paragraph. Gandhiji also started the civil disobedience movement. He also conducted Dandi March in 1942. He started the Quit India movement. Finally, because of his others' efforts, India became independent on August 15, 1947. Gandhiji also started, so one movement was the non-cooperation movement, and the second movement which Gandhiji started was the civil disobedience movement. And he also conducted Dandi March. He conducted all these movements because he wanted to make our country free. And in 1942 he started the Quit India movement. So see, Gandhiji has started so many movements: the non-cooperation movement, the civil disobedience movement, and the non-cooperation movement, the civil disobedience movement, and the Quit India movement. Finally, because of Gandhiji and the other people who were supporting him, the freedom fighters and everyone, finally our country became free. India became independent on August 1947. So Gandhiji showed respect for teachings of all religions and was loving towards the people of low caste. He called the low caste people as Harijans, meaning the people of God. Unfortunately, this great apostle of peace was shot dead on January 30, 1948. So now what happened, that Gandhiji showed respect towards all the religions. He used to love the low caste people, the people who were having low caste. He used to respect everyone, and he wanted people also to respect them. And the low caste people were called Harijans by them. He used to call them Harijans. Meaning of Harijans is people of God. So Gandhiji used to believe that these people who are poor, who are having low caste, they are Harijans, the people of God. So we should respect them. But unfortunately what happened, after 1 year, on January 30, 1948, Gandhiji was shot dead. Somebody killed Gandhiji. Somebody shot Gandhiji, and Gandhiji died on January 30, 1948. Now the next one is King Ashoka. King Ashoka was the great king of the Mauryan Empire. He was born in 304 BC at Patliputra. He died in 232 BC. He ruled for about 40 years. Now you might have heard about Ashoka. He was a great king. Yes, he was a king. He was ruling the Mauryan Empire, king of the Mauryan Empire. He was born in 304 BC. Earlier we used to count the days in BC, before Christ BC, at Patliputra. So where was he born? At Patliputra, and he died in 232 BC. He died in 232 BC, and he ruled for how many years? Ashoka ruled for 40 years. Yes, 40 years. So as to expand his kingdom, he attacked the kingdom of Kalinga in around 262 BC. So he wanted to extend, means he wanted to make his kingdom, he wanted to be a large kingdom, like he wanted to be the king of many more kingdoms. So what he did, he attacked the Kalinga around 262 BC, because he wanted Kalinga also. So he attacked, King Ashoka attacked Kalinga. After a great slaughter of men, slaughter means people, men and women were killed, literally they were chopped, they were killed, brutally killed. And children, he conquered Kalinga. So how he conquered Kalinga? How he got Kalinga? Conquered means finally he got Kalinga because he battled for that. He fought against Kalinga. But in that fight, in that war, what happened? So many men and women had lost their lives. They were killed. They were brutally killed. And Ashoka has seen that. The battlefield site of terrible ruin changed King Ashoka forever. The site means because he had seen that on that battlefield, all the men, women, children, they died. They were killed brutally. So when King Ashoka saw his people on the battlefield, he was literally disheartened. He was literally broken, destroyed. He was feeling so painful because he saw that his own people were lying dead just because he wanted to win that Kalinga war. Just because of that, he has lost the lives of his people. So he gave up fighting battles. He started following the path of non-violence. He gave up all violent actions and started following Buddhism. So when he saw that condition, he became very sad and he got very, disheartened, very depressed. So what he did, finally he took that decision that he will leave this fighting battles. He will not fight any battle now, and now he will follow the path of non-violence. He will not believe in this violence path, but he will follow the path of non-violence, and finally he took that decision, and then after that he didn't fight any war. He did not fight any war after that, any battle after that, and he followed the Buddhism. He started following Buddhism because he wanted some peace in his life. So children, what did you understand from this? What did you learn from Gandhiji's life and Ashoka's life? That Gandhiji followed the path of non-violence, and see, finally he attained success also. He got our country free from Britishers. And Ashoka, when he had seen that because of his motive, because he wanted to get Kalinga, he fought, and then he had destroyed the lives of many people. So when he saw that his people were getting killed and his people had lost their lives, so he found guilty, like he found himself guilty. He felt very painful. He felt that because of him, his people had lost their lives. So he also left the path of non-violence, because now Ashoka also adopted the path of violence. So both these people, Gandhiji and Ashoka, they followed the path of non-violence because they came to know that violence is not peaceful. Violence will make you unhappy, but non-violence will make you peaceful, and non-violence will make you happy. So I hope you have understood that why you have to, what is the power of ahimsa. If you follow the path of non-violence, you will be happy, you will be peaceful, and you will be strong. So that's all for today. Children, please learn the golden words and ponder and practice, which is written on the board and in your books as well. So that's all for today. Thank you and have a nice day.